we have here an all-new episode of All Gas, No Trash. An all-new, exclusive, first look before anyone else episode of All Gas, No Trash. And we'll get to what that is in a minute. But before we do, we have to start with the obligatory No Curse Minute, sponsored by Game Rage Magazine. And that's why we can't say what we're going to talk about today yet, because we will likely curse gratuitously with excitement of how excited we are to talk about this.
That's a true story.
And now the first minute is over, so now we can go, oh, holy shit. I can't fucking believe this. But we have pre-release access to Pixel Grip's newest album coming out when?
January?
No, it's June
12th.
Okay, June 12th.
I'm kidding.
Wait, it doesn't come out June 12th?
It does come out June 12th.
Oh, all right. June 12th is when this album comes out. Pixel Grip's Percepticide, The Death of Reality. Oh my... that name, that title already has my dick hard. I am sorry, man. This is going to be excellent. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
This album already is starting at a higher score than anything we've ever done just because of the title.
There's so much... holy shit, man. There's so much to get to within this one fucking episode.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
All right. Well, fuck. Let's start it off with, I guess the lore or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start off with my own personal lore, and then I'll get... we'll get to reading some of the bio for the album and some of the other stuff that's... Right. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to Humbert from... New Altitude for setting this up and giving us the opportunity to review this album. So because of one of the episodes that we had about Pixel Grip, we actually connected through Instagram, and we've exchanged messages and stuff, and we've been talking, and he was cool enough to give us the scoop with Pixel Grip's third album. So I just want to give a shout out to him, and then also we're gonna
shout out to Humbert
Luna.
Humbert what? Luna?
Humbert Luna.
Oh man, Humbert Luna. Hellacious Humbert Luna. Oh man, what a sweet name that would be. Damn. Hey, you can use that, by the way. All right.
So I mean, this is a group I've been following for a hot minute, man. Like the first song that I heard from them is Diamonds from their album Heavy Handed, although I think it was a single before. Dude, I followed them when they were they made this live album called I forgot what the live album was called, but it was featured at it was actually recorded at the Modern Contemporary Art Museum at Chicago, and some of the songs that were featured on that track were kind of like demos for what would be featured on Arena. And then yeah, I mean, I've kept up with this band for a hot minute. And I even think, like, we've talked about this before, but I even think, like, Pixel Grip is capable of being ready or even capable of scoring for films. And I keep saying Trent Reznor, and I realize, like, why I kept saying that. Because, do you remember the score from Watchmen, the HBO series?
Yeah.
Dude, Pixel Grip is very much in line and capable of doing something akin to that. And that's why I always keep going back to like Trent Reznor. But yeah, that's where I think Pixel Grip can go. Live performances. So we're going to go over a brief history, at least exclusive to California. I wish I could have gone to this because I want to give big props to, I hope they hear this because they're kind of like a smaller promotion that operates out of the desert area, Palm Springs, like Cathedral City. This promotion called Luna Negra Goth Nights in 2020 was the first promotion to book Pixel Grip in 2020 during the pandemic. I think it was like a New Year's event, and that was the first appearance of Pixel Grip here in California. Shortly afterwards, they would play at this place called Catch One in 2021, and then this is also noteworthy. Different iterations of Substance Fest, which has been a festival that got started, I think, a handful of years ago. I don't know if they've been active in every single iteration of it, but they have been in it a couple different times, including one with Nice. And Mimi said she's a big fan of Pixel Grip.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and she loves Bet You Do, or was it Bet You Do, or is it? Yeah, I forgot what track she said she loved, but regardless, Mimi Sando Brown from Nice says she's a big fan of Pixel Grip, so I just wanted to quickly mention that. And this thing right here. So this is the show I actually went to. It was at the Wayfair in Costa Mesa, and I want to bring this up for when we read the bio, but yeah, man, I've just been a big fan of Pixel Grip for a hot minute. I mean, there was an article that they had been featured in with the Chicago Reader where they talk about like why the Weimar Republic in Germany and how like Germans had this weird fetish for people that were of the LGBT sorts. Like they kind of treated them like entertainment, but they were also kind of like sexually active with them. And this is something that was brought to attention by Pixel Grip because they're like, you know, they're very cerebral like that when they do stuff with their art, and especially in their music video for I think it was like Alpha Pussy or the other the other track that I'm forgetting. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about Pixel Grip, and we have this opportunity to listen to this album, and we're taking it all in, baby.
Drink it in, man.
So now we're gonna pull up the bio, which is I'm gonna have Josh read the entirety of this fucking thing because it's a lengthy thing, but like, why not take the opportunity to just kind of give paint a rosy picture about the album before we actually get to it.
All right, so you should we start here, or do you want me to read this part too up here with this?
Yeah, why not? Read the whole thing.
All right, so the title of it. This is what was given to us by Humbert, right? This is part of the whole package or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so it's just Pixel Grip. Formed in 2019. Rita Lukea, vocals, production. Jonathan Freund
or Freund? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah.
Synth production. Tyler Allman, drums/production. All right, everybody does production. All right, we get it. All right, okay, cool. Pixel Grip channels unflinching confrontation into a seductive sound that fuses industrial grit with sleek pop instinct, forging a sonic world that is wholly their own. Percepticide, the death of reality, and then I don't know what the fuck that tag is, PG003.
I have no idea. Maybe it just means third album because it is their third LP.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Is a record of duality. As Pixel Grip's most visceral and emotionally charged work yet, the record reflects on an era of disarray and the victorious struggle to reclaim reality after trauma. The band's third full-length record is an empowering statement exploring themes of rage, betrayal, grief, domination, and rebirth. Goddamn, this let's just get it. Let's listen to it quickly. All right, I was like, Percepticide is a cognitive distortion and a symptom of trauma. Beliefs you hold to be true are shattered as you question everyone and everything around you. My dream is that the expression of my rage can help someone else feel more empowered and, at the very least, less alone, says Lukea. The making of Percepticide was rewarding, but by no means an easy process. Coming off the success of Arena, the band struggled under the weight of relentless touring and interpersonal upheavals. Lukea spent months in isolation. Alman entered a recovery program, and Freund immersed himself in the Chicago underground scene.
All right, so I want to bring this up. So as I mentioned before, I went to this show at the Wayfair in Costa Mesa, and it was around October 2022. So this thing mentioning that this guy Tyler Oman went to I imagine is rehab, right? Recovery program.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what that means.
So this actually kind of makes sense because that dude wasn't part of the group, like the touring group or trio, I guess you could say, in 2022. Bet You Do came out in 2023, and they're talking about like how there was some shit going on in the group, and this guy's absence happened sometime around 2022 because he wasn't like actively part of the project.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. That's
interesting.
Yeah. So anyways, continue reading.
All right. After months of turmoil and near collapse, a writing trip in Los Angeles where Rita met co-producer Juju Ashworth. And then they have Sasami and King Tuff in parentheses. I don't know what that means.
Those are bands and
like people that guy works
credits.
Yeah. All right. Reignited this creative spark that first brought them together in high school. Juju's studio became a space where the band reconnected musically after nearly a year of fractured discord. Freund recalls, we brought demos into Juju's studio space in LA for what felt like the first time, and we all worked together on these songs after essentially breaking up. We were able to come together for the first time in years to work creatively on fresh ideas.
All right, so one other thing that was kind of interesting around that time as well is that Rita ended up becoming part of this. They do a lot of like studio recorded sessions with bands, and she performed at Audio Tree with Pixel Grip, and then later on she would become an actual host for the program. And so it is rather interesting to hear that the band was in a bit of shambles and that they were. The fact that they were nearly done with this project is fucking wild to hear, dude.
Yeah, this album is like the phoenix rising from the ashes of whatever they burned down.
Yeah, so it's I couldn't believe when I read this because some of my own personal timeline of being around the band and like seeing what was happening and also just keeping track of shit. I'm like, man, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So anyways, continue.
Anyways, all right. So Pixel Grip have toured extensively across North America, performing at high-profile festivals like Riot Fest and supporting acts such as Noise Rock Heavyweights. Oh, that's the continuing sentence. Man, I don't know how to read. I just want to preface that. All right, I'm already into it. But anyways, and supporting acts such as Noise Rock Heavyweights Health. Their electrifying stage presence, marked by brooding bass lines, hypnotic synths, and Lukea's magnetic performance style, has earned them a dedicated following and an ascending touring business. No easy feat in this era of social immediacy. Whether headlining or sharing the stage with genre-defining artists, Pixel Grip consistently delivers a visceral and unforgettable live experience. The trio's ability to seamlessly weave together club culture with a pop sensibility has made them a standout act in Chicago's storied music scene. Their music feels equally at home in warehouse raves and glossy pop playlists, bridging the gap between the avant-garde and the accessible. From sold-out DIY basement shows to iconic cosigns from the likes of Versace, Vauthier, Peaches, Violet Chachki, the House of Pixel Grip is a testament to their magnetic energy and artistic integrity. Beyond their studio work and live shows, Pixel Grip has also garnered attention for their artistic vision with indie ethos. Their music videos, often self-directed or created in collaboration with cutting-edge visual artists, reflect the same darkly glamorous aesthetic that defines their sound. Whether drenched in neon or shadowed in gothic noir, their visuals amplify the themes of pleasure, power, and self-expression that run through their discography. Their ability to tap into the tension between the sensual and the sinister has made them a compelling presence in both music and visual storytelling. With Percepticide, Pixel Grip has redefined their artistic identity, proving that confronting darkness can lead to the most profound creative breakthroughs. As they step into this next chapter, they are ready, now more than ever, to get bodies moving and minds unraveling in the depths of their evocative soundscapes. In a landscape where music often defaults to the safe and formulaic, Pixel Grip stands defiantly apart, proving that they are at the forefront of synth-driven music. Their journey from humble DIY beginnings to buzzworthy festival act, one of resilience, reinvention, and radical self-expression, cements Pixel Grip as one of the most compelling voices in contemporary electronic music.
It's a true story, man. I mean, because talk about playing in Palm Springs for a small promotion, working their way up to playing in a place like Catch One, and then the Wayfarer, and then back at Catch One last year when I had the opportunity to see them. And I don't know how big the larger portion of Catch One is, but I imagine it's like somewhere around 800 people possibly. Check this shit out, man. So we have tour dates for Pixel Grip, but there's only one to pay attention to, and it is specifically for the Los Angeles show at the El Rey Theater. And the El Rey Theater is one of the venues that Golden Voice owns, and it happens to be a 800 person venue spot. And it is worth noting that there is no show within the Southern California area within a 90-mile radius that Pixel Grip is going to play. Or rather, there is one show that they're playing in San Diego, but that's 2 days before the Los Angeles show, which is October 31st. So I think, is that Day of the Dead or is that Halloween?
That's Halloween.
Halloween. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, point being, this is a big fucking deal, dude. They're playing in a fucking show that Golden Voice is promoting, and I think this is indicative of them possibly, if they play more Golden Voice venues the next time they come around, you could bet your ass they're gonna end up at Coachella, dude.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
You know, low key, when you were saying that there was only like one date to pay attention to in Southern California, I thought you were gonna say, and they're coming to Corona at that shitty bookstore, and I was like, oh no, please send them an email, tell them no, don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh no, yeah. But anyways,
yeah.
As I was saying before, October 31st, Los Angeles, El Rey Theater, Pixel Grip. It's already written, man. If they continue to play at Golden Voice venues when they come around again,
yeah,
dude, they're fucking ended up at Coachella.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt. So I just had to bring that up. We read the full bio. Now we could take the time to go through the album in its entirety, and we are lock, stocked, and ready to go. So
yeah, here we go. So all right, so now if you're listening to this before the album's out, well, you can't do it. You can't fire up your Google machines. You can't go get your phonographs out. you can't get your old school tablet and chisel and fucking hammer that shit in there.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this after the album's come out, then yeah, go ahead and fire those things up. Your music streaming app of choice, and you can listen along with us.
Or if you want to edge and goon, listen to the episode.
Oh yeah.
You just want to get a feel for how the songs are based on our opinion. Yeah, you can edge and goon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you should edge and goon to this. All right. So, anyways, first track. Here we go. Pixel Grip's new album, Percepticide, The Death of Reality, exclusive. I mean, I don't know if it's exclusive to us, but it's an exclusive for us. Here we go. First song, Crow's Feast. All right, that was track number 1, Crow's Feast. What'd you think about that?
That was fucking sweet, dude. That was a great ass opening. Like, very ambient. Dude, I know I said this before with Split, but man, Rita has fucking come a long ass way with her vocals, man. Like, let me tell you a story, man. So at that Wayfair show, the first, like, one of the first times that I felt like I could tell she could sing was at the very end of the set. She did that song from Ace of Base, the All That She Wants. Dude, yeah. She did like a very cool rendition with Jonathan. I was like, oh, holy shit, this is really good. But for this being the opening track, I was like, oh, dude, this was fucking great. And those vocal effects, like that reverby shit, man, killer job on the mixing from Andrew Lappin, and the production from Juju Ashworth. Dude, this is the best that Pixel Grip has sounded, dude. I can't believe we're listening to this, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, okay, so I've got like an idea brewing in my head.
Oh yeah, do you now?
All right, and I need to listen to this more,
okay,
to see if it applies. Okay, but like I have an idea of a story, okay? And you were talking about like scoring a film or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, man. I had this idea brewing the last few days, and like I just listened to this and I'm like, oh man, this would fit perfect. And it's fucking weird and fucking like, I don't know. Anyway, this was great to open with. It wasn't like, okay, a lot of they could have just went straight into the hard open, bam, and hit it, right? No, this was like the opening credits to the fucking movie or something, right? Or this is like, we're easing you into this. To me, this is fucking storytelling. This is storytelling even if you're not telling a story, this is part of the storytelling of this album, right?
Right.
Is just this slow easing it into it, like, man, like, I thought you were one of my friends, but like, oh, you're one of the crows, like, you come and fucking, you eat my heart out and shit, and I hate you, and, but it's like, it's not, oh, I'm fucking hate you, you're a bitch, no, it's like just that, I don't know what you call it, that wailing,
Yeah.
that she, man, that, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. So based on what we've read from the bio of the album, do you think this is a conversation from any one of their perspectives, describing like the inner turmoil in their group, possibly, or do you think it's more just broad?
Could be external shit that they've faced, but
like friends, like just general friends, as opposed to like,
yeah. It could also be like that they maybe did hate each other at some point. You know? And maybe this is that coming out, which, based on that line that it said about in the intro thing or whatever about, you know, confronting what was it? Confronting like rage or something like that, and like
or
uncomfortable things in darkness. Yeah, and like that. Well, yeah, you confront your own shit with each other, and you can pump out that coal, take that coal and crunch it, and you fucking put out diamonds, man. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, fucking excellent way to start the album, I thought.
I gotta say, I wasn't really expecting this track to. It's not lighthearted. It's not lighthearted in any regard, but this is less heavy and less dark than other Pixel Grip tracks, and I actually think it's it can be applied to like anything in any scenario for like television or even movies. Like it's so accessible, I guess you could say. But that's all I had to say for
all right.
Crow's
So
Feast.
we'll go on to track number 2, which is we've heard this song before, which is "Bet You Do," right?
Right.
Yeah. So all right. So we'll give it another listen, just to see. You know, I'm sure it's the same as the one we listened to before, the single. But here we go. "Bet You Do." All right, that was "Bet You Do." All right. Obviously, we listened to that song already and fucking loved it, of course.
Yeah.
But dude, I think I might write an entire fucking movie while doing this album. Like, I literally have like, it's go time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking, what I'm gonna do, I don't think I'm going to, this will be at the end. It's gonna do Josh's, it'll just be a little title track at the end. It'll just be called Josh's Movie.
Oh, the chapter.
The chapter at the end of this episode, where after we give our scores and shit, and I'm gonna say, okay, like I'm gonna, because I had just this little tiny kernel of idea, and these 2 songs have already fucking kicked it into fucking like overdrive. So yes, this song's awesome. This is a great way to start the album. That previous song,
Crow's Feast?
Yeah. That song, and then leading into this song, what a perfect just flow. It flows so great together. And it's like natural but unexpected, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to explain. Man, Pixel Grip, you're gonna make me articulate things and my thoughts and like, god damn it.
You use all my neurons.
I barely have enough neurons, all right? Now I gotta use them all?
Yeah, all 3 brain cells.
Dude,
we have 6 as it stands.
My brain CPU is going to be overheating by the end of this episode.
Yeah, it's overclocked?
Yeah, I might have a seizure. I don't know. Do I have a heat stroke or something?
Yeah.
All right, so anyways, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, we've already listened to this track, but it's just as awesome as when we first heard it 2 years ago, I think. And man, there's some golden fucking lines, dude. Especially like the part where she's like, "And where I'm coming from, that's where you're going to." I'm guessing it's hell. Like, I'm coming from hell, you're going there. And then the part where she says, "Baby, why you seem so dark? That's because you're standing in my shadow." Like, I don't know what kind of relationship this is, if it's a romantic one or a platonic one, like a friend that you love dearly, but you've come out of this possibly problematic state, whether it's depression or some other, like maybe you're in a rut, financial rut or whatever it might be. You're on your way up, and this person that's in your life is envious, or perhaps there's a bit of a conflict there. But it's like, man, I know who I am. I'm moving on up, and you know, you might be a casualty of that. Like, I don't know. It just, and also there's like this hint of like codependency, because it says there's like a part where it starts describing that, oh, I bet you thought this shit was all for you, that I'm self-improving because it's for you, but it's actually just for me, and I'm moving on up, and you're getting left behind.
Yeah.
But excellent track, man. I think the thing that I like about it is, well, I mean, I love everything about it, but as far as like the instrumentation go and the arrangements, man, there's so much shit going on, but it's never too much. It's never too much. And then you throw on Rita's vocals on top of it, and you know, there's like this consistent buzzing bass line at the that's kind of like the floor, and then you have like this I don't know if it's not trance music, but there's like a trance like synthesizer, and it starts like climaxing and screeching, and then there's like another fucking synthesizer that's like, it adds syncopation, and it's just like the complexity of the song is so fucking rad, and the pace of it, and it's 6 minutes, but you never fucking lose interest in it. So I don't know. I think this is a banger track. Yeah, it's a great track from all three: Jonathan Freund, Tyler Ullman, and Rita. Another job well done on track number 2. So now we're gonna move on to track number 3, which is Stamina.
All right, here we go. Track number 3, Stamina. All right, that was track number 3, Stamina. What'd you think about that one?
Man, that is definitely like the club song, I think. It's like, you know what pictures go in my fucking head? Batman Beyond, like the dance scene in the very first episode that is like a GIF all over the internet.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Rogue and Kitty Pryde dancing. And I think that's based off like The Craft or something. But if you've seen the cartoon, you know what specific segment I'm talking about. For whatever reason, I imagine like Zoolander when there's like an underground runway show.
This is playing.
And this is playing, but like it's not a joke. Like this is like
serious.
It's serious.
Yeah.
And this is like a underground fashion show. And I don't know. I just imagine like a dark underground club where people are fucking, I don't know, like Party at Zion in fucking The Matrix or some shit.
All right, so
or even the scene where Neo goes to like the party where the White Rabbit like that leads him there.
Yeah.
Well, club banger, dude. This is the club banger.
Yeah, the club fucking banger.
I have one more thought.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think this song is, because I know this is not just superficial stuff. I think it's a challenge of masculinity for men that say they talk about fucking girls, and Rita Luque is like challenging their masculinity by saying, "Oh, you think you're good at fucking? All right, let's see how long you can last." and then, you know, by judging by how long they go, you're like, "Oh, you're a pussy. Like you ain't shit. You ain't no stud. You ain't no fucking stud. You little bitch." Yeah.
Look at you standing there with your limp dick in your hand, fucking leaking jizz, like a loser. So fuck out of here.
What do you got?
Okay, all right. So, dude, okay, I think I'm just gonna say what scene this fucking invoked in this movie.
All right,
with no context. This is a no context. You're not gonna know the rest
just
of it.
Say what you say. What's in your heart.
Okay. So, at a party, and this will make sense when I give the movie thing at the later at the end, I guess. But okay, at a party, some dudes come in. All right, and they're like, "Yo, the Pope needs to see you."
The Pope.
And I'm like, "Wait, what? The Pope?" And they're like, "Yeah, the Pope." And I'm like, "All right." So you go back there, and as you walk in, this song starts playing. Okay, and the Pope is just in like the Pope is the most flamboyant fucking dude. Would you want to drink that?
No, it just came out of nowhere.
It's been sitting there the entire time.
Yeah, but it came out of nowhere for me.
Anyways, so the Pope is sitting there in this like opulent throne, just decked out in the most flamboyant drip you've ever seen in your life. Okay, he's got 2 dudes flanking him, one on each side. They're shredded. All right, they're the most shredded. They're glistening in the sunlight, and all they're wearing is jock straps. Okay, and they're fanning him with these fucking like giant feather things.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Oh, Josh, I need your help. I need your assistance. A terrible thing has happened." And then you just go, "Okay, well, what the fuck's going on?" "Oh, a rogue agent has been in the Holy Lands, and he started a cult, and we need you to go and take care of it. Oh, the Muslims are so angry with us. He's one of ours, Josh. Well, I just need you to..." And then there's a dude like trying to feed him grapes as he's like saying this. And he's like, "No, boy, off of me. I can't you see I'm flustered?" He's got his fucking Pope hat on. And it's just like, dude, I'm telling you, this, okay. And like, I always say this when we review stuff and it's good, right? Is that's how you know it's good. When I get transported to another realm, or I have something just start playing in my brain that I didn't know fucking existed, but yet here I am just making up this sequence of events that I have never seen before, anything like this. And I think Pixel Grip has unlocked some wavelength in my brain that's now letting me connect directly to the ether, because I don't know how I'm pulling this shit. And when you hear the movie that it's part of later, you're gonna be like, "The fuck is wrong with this guy?" Yeah, there's a lot wrong with me, but that's what's fucking excellent about creativity. That's what's excellent about that. All of this stuff is artists inspiring other art, right? And man, Pixel Grip is like, this fucking song, club fucking banger. Totally legit, trance fucking banger of a lifetime. This thing just fucking puts you in another realm, I guess. I don't know, for lack of a better term. So, anyways, all right, let's, we gonna go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Track number 4, right? Yeah.
Reason to Stay.
Man, these are not numbered, and I have a hard time with numbers, so hopefully we can
No, I think we're...
Yeah, are you keeping track of it?
Yeah, because it even says it on the songs themselves. At number.
Oh, okay, all right.
But,
okay. All right.
Yeah, all I have to say, man, I don't know why the Pope is flamboyant, but it kind of reminds me of like that Roman emperor robot from Futurama, and like...
Yes, no, that's exactly kind of like how he is, but he's...
But also like Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Like the... I need your and also like Rip Torn and Jackass. He's like, "Oh my god, Jackass has..." At the end of the movie of Jackass.
Yeah.
But anywho, Reason to Stay.
All right, here we go. Track number 4, Reason to Stay. Let's give a listen. All right, that was Reason to Stay. That was another song. Track number 4. That was another song that was a single or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think that was a more recent single. My opinion hasn't changed on it, so it is amazing just as it was back then.
I agree. This is the montage of a gym sequence mixed with like night terrors. Like you know when you're asleep and like you have some like crazy night like you wake up. It's like that is what this is. All right, it is just like, I don't know, man. It's fueled by fucking insanity, but it's also familiar at the same time, which is like, that's so weird, man. Like, and it's also weird how music can evoke feelings and like,
or ideas out of nowhere.
Yeah, that just pop up, right? Mm-hmm. So, man, that track again. Yeah, my opinion hasn't changed. That's a certified banger. That's fucking excellent.
All right,
fuck, man, so good.
I have to mention something previously. Yeah. So I may be mistaken, but I'm under the impression that Stamina, this is like the third and final version, obviously, because they made it on the album. But there was 2 other versions. There was like a club edit, which kind of sounds like this one, and it might actually be this one. Or maybe it might be altered just a little bit. But there was another version that I thought was going to be on the album. Not to say that I don't like either. Not to say that I don't appreciate both, but I just had to point that out. And this was the song that Mimi said she loved, Stamina. But for this particular song, man, this I may have said it in the previous episodes when we talked about Reason to Stay. This song reminds me of like Depeche Mode. There's like 2 songs. There's World in My Eyes that kind of gives like that opening bass synthesizer, and Seeing You, also from Depeche Mode. There's like something in between there, and I think this is like the initial portion is like a dark wave track, and then it kind of evolves into more, I think, I guess you could say like industrial Industrial, yeah. But I'm kind of confused about the perspective of a song because it's left ambiguous, but it's talking about like somebody putting them in their place, and then it's like, oh, if it is a controlling relationship, the person from Rita's perspective is like the other person is the controlling person, and they Rita gives her 100%, and then they're like, oh, hold up, you're exceeding your potential, and you're like making me useless. Like the codependency is not working. I was supposed to be the powerful one in the relationship. Now that she is, elevating herself, or self-actualizing, or becoming a better person, the other person's like, oh fuck, like this is crazy. Like I can't keep up with you. And from Rita's perspective, she's like, well, what did you expect? I gave 100%, and I fixed myself. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like,
All right, so the perspective I have for this song is it's not an external person. This is an internal.
Oh, an internal conflict.
You're fighting yourself.
Oh, interesting.
And like, okay, so this is like a Tyler Durden from Fight Club type deal.
It could be.
You're staring in the mirror at another motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's you, and you're just like, man, you're fucking making me do all these things. Like I can't. Like fuck, man. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Fuck, you want me to do, man? Like that to me, like all this stuff about you can't erase certain pain. Like it's too late. Like what's the point of giving less than 100%? It's like, oh, what's the point? Like what are you gonna even do this for? Like, and then just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until finally like you snap or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's to me, this is the internal struggle.
You know what? That makes sense. I think yours might be more legitimate than mine, because there was a song that I think we've listened to, Split.
Yeah.
That kind of feels applicable. Like your personality, your mentality is like splitting, and that feels applicable to what you're saying.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Who knows?
But who knows? Maybe it's both legitimate.
Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they're both right.
Yeah. And
you know what? In all reality, all of the opinions are right, because it's not what the artist initially intends. It's what you picked out of it. Basically, that's how it works, I guess. Right. Anyways, all right. What's track number 5? Yeah, track number 5. Insignificant.
Oh God.
Here we go. All right, that was track number 5. Insignificant. Okay, so to because again, I'm writing a movie, right? Okay,
yeah.
So to play off from the thing earlier, okay, we're just gonna refer to him as Gay Pope from now on, all right? Okay, so
flamboyant Pope.
as I don't know, Gay Pope's quicker to say, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. So okay. The Pope's asked me to fucking go back to the Holy Land and take out this fucking guy who's like started this weird cult or whatever. And so I'm just like, nah, whatever, go fuck yourself, right? So then finally some of my old friends come up and they're like, look, man, the Pope's gonna pay us a lot of money. Like we a lot of money. Come on, like we need to do this.
Vatican money.
Yeah, like Vatican money, like gold,
tax-free dollar,
fucking Bitcoin. All right, it's like everything. And so they're just like, but he won't let us do this to get the money unless you fucking go. Like you have to fucking be the guy in charge or whatever. And I'm like, God damn it, like fine, I'll do it for you guys. Okay, so then we're getting geared up, all right, in our Crusader gear. Okay, like chainmail. I'm talking like swords, all kind like helmets and shit. All right,
like the Scott Steiner.
Yeah, the chainmail. Yes, and I am the big bad booty daddy. Okay, yeah. But remember, this isn't like the 1200s. Okay, this is not like in modern times. All right, so
that doesn't make the chainmail headdress any less cool though.
No, what I'm about to say changes the game. Okay, so then as we're there, like waiting for the boat to come to pick us up, right? And we're just there. Everybody's complaining like, oh, it's gonna take us fucking months to get there. Like on this boat, we're probably gonna get scurvy. Like fuck, this is gonna suck. And so also it's like, man, it's gonna be longer till we get paid. And all of a sudden, I just hear, oh, Josh, and like this song kicks on, all right, and it's the Pope, Gay Pope, and he's fucking being carried in one of those like thrones where it's got the 4 guys on each corner, with the long like stick, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they're the shredded dudes with the feathers again, all right, they're there, and they're just fucking carrying him, and they're fucking carrying him up, and this song is playing like, you're insignificant. He's like mouthing the words, he's kind of dancing on the throne or whatever,
yeah.
And so then the entire cast of the Australian Thunder from Down Under shows up, right? The dudes that are just the shredded guys. It's like the male strip club show or whatever.
Yeah.
They show up. They're all oiled to the gills. They start dancing, all right? And they basically come up right, they stop, they come up right next to the thing, and instead of making, like, you know how they would get on their knees and like make like stairs so he could walk down? Well, so they're oiled up, right? So they make what would be the equivalent of a slide, and the Pope slides down his dudes, and he does it in the most like flamboyant, like wavy way. Yeah. And then one of the dudes is at the bottom and he catches him.
Yeah.
And then he sets him daintily upon his little toe feet, his little Pope feet, all right? Yeah. And so, you know, he's wearing that big ass overdress thing or whatever. So he's like lifting it up as he's like walking, and he's like, "Oh, over here, fellas." And then we're like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, he's like, "Oh, I see you boys are slumming it." And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm the Pope." And we're like, "Oh, what could you possibly fucking have that could get us there faster? Like nothing exists." And it like pans over to an airplane hangar, and he's got a Concorde jet just sitting there. Now we're in the 1200s, okay?
Yeah.
And then we're all looking at like, what the fuck is that thing? And then he's like, "Oh, some people call it a dragon." And we're like, the fuck is going on? "Oh, this will get you there in like 15 minutes. And we're like, "Shut up, for real?" And he's like, "Yeah, come on board." And so we all board this fucking Concorde jet with the gay Pope and all of his whole retinue of male strippers, and we're all just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just there. The song is still playing the whole time, and he's mouthing the words like how you're insignificant, you're insignificant, and I'm just sitting there going like, what are you doing this to me for? What did I do to you to deserve this, gay Pope? I don't understand. And then so one of the guys in the party, he asks him, he's like, "Hey man, hey gay Pope, I got a question." He goes, "Yes, my child." And he's like, "What? How did you get all this?" And he just goes, "Anything's possible with the power of the Lord." And like he throws his head back and like does that thing with his hand. And dude, okay, and now mind you, how long was this song? Like 3 minutes?
Oh, I don't know. I lost track. Yeah.
Okay, however long this fucking song was, that all came into my head during this fucking 3-minute interlude of this song or whatever. All right. Well, listening to this, I don't make the rules. I just play by them, okay? Like, I don't understand what's happening, but this is some of the coolest shit I've ever fucking heard. And listen, some people are going to be like, "No, Josh, you just fucking got early access, so you're just going to jerk them off all day." Okay, well, how would I be jerking them off by making up this ridiculous shit off the top of my... You think I'm that good? No, I'm not that good.
That's true. I can gauge like how good something is by you taking notes in the middle of the song and then you going on your rants. But if it's just good, you're like, "Oh, this is all right."
Yeah.
And that's where it ends.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, man. Dude, I feel like I just nutted, all right? Like, Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I like this song, and I think it's like somewhat macabre.
Didn't like it?
I did.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't.
I did. I think it has like a macabre sense of humor to it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously themes of like nihilism, that nothing ultimately matters, and taking jabs at people that get plastic surgery or nose jobs and say like, "Hey, none of this fucking matters." Like, you know how you pray to your God? It doesn't fucking matter because he doesn't fucking exist. Or literally anything in life. It's like, hey, guess what? At the end of the road, we're all gonna fucking die. Like, but this track, Pixel Grip continues to find new ways to surprise me. And this track actually reminded me of Britney Spears from like her 2007 era, when she had the Blackout album after she shaved her head and she came back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It made me think of like the singles from that album. There was "Piece of Me" and "Gimme More." Give me more. Yeah. Anyways,
now we just got sued.
Yeah, those two tracks, like, this is like the most popish that Pixel Grip has sounded, but it's still like their very dark selves and very gallows humor laced song about nihilism. Very cool track. I don't have anything more to say.
All right, so let's get into track number 6. Let's see, track number 6, Noise. Here we go. All right, that was track number 6. Noise. I'll let you go first since I've been hogging it up. I'll let you go first.
Man, so this was like a transitional track. This is like a interlude. And this is what, track number 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Yeah.
This track, oddly enough, going back to Depeche Mode again, I don't remember what studio album this is in their catalog, but it's from this album called Sounds of the Universe. And there's a track called Comeback, and implying like you're going back to somebody, right, or something. This gives me like heavy vibes of Comeback from Sounds of the Universe from Depeche Mode. I don't know why, but I imagine like I don't know if it's like your life ending, but you like, you know, people describe when you die that you go in like this tunnel vision and you like all your whole life flashes behind you.
Yeah.
It's like you're falling in reverse, and the tunnel is like a spiral film reel of your life. And as you're falling back, you're just being engulfed in darkness. And I don't know. And then, yeah, there's like, you're fading away from like the light or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you got?
Oh, I had a bit of a different experience while listening to this song.
What do you got?
Okay. All right. I don't know where or why that I come up with this, okay? But in the context of the fucking movie, we've made it now to the Middle East. We're doing some like intel gathering while we're in country, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to figure out where this guy's at. And so in the process, I come across like, dude, the most beautiful Middle Eastern woman you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I'm talking an absolute fucking specimen of every single thing. Whatever the thing you think of with like checks the box of like a beautiful woman attribute, like boom, has it, right? Okay. It's like we do this weird like courting thing, like because like, oh, I think she's the enemy, but then she also thinks I'm the enemy, but then like, oh, we're kind of doing this thing, and then we finally like get to be cracking, right? And it turns out she's got a dick, and I'm like, oh man, like fuck. And then I'm just like, okay, wait a minute, like I'm like genuinely thinking it out here, and I'm like, well, gay Pope's around, so like, fuck, whatever, like, So then I'm like, you know what? Her dick's not bigger than mine, so like, you know what? That's cool. And so then, like, you know, I end up hitting it, and then I'm like, well, I guess I'm gay now. That's basically the fucking word it took me. I don't know why, but man, there's something about that, like that backing beat track thing.
What part of it?
It's like that immediately, dude. I got transported to fucking. I was in some sand desert country, and I'm like, holy shit, I am in the Crusades. And like,
I was thinking outer space for me.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking like, oh man, this is like, I don't know what happened. But now now I'm in a relationship with a Middle Eastern trans woman.
Interesting. This movie continues to dazzle.
This is a fucking, wait, what's the movie version of, is it Academy Awards or is it the Oscar? What's the one for movie?
Oscars.
Is it Oscars?
Yeah.
This is going to be an Oscar fucking winning movie.
I'm sure it will be.
This is complete. And I'm telling you, I haven't even listened to this whole album yet.
Yeah.
But to be honest, there's no way, like when you say Pixel Grip can score an album or score a movie, I just made a movie off their score, right? So I just did the inverse of that. So if that's possible, that means the other version is possible too. Yeah. Right. But anyways.
Okay. I just want to say, back to back, Insignificant and Noise, they play really well off of each other.
They do.
It kind of like, it really does give the impression of smallness or insignificance when your world is disappearing like into the void, or your life is disappearing, and then you're screaming, as it says in the song, something about how the void envelops like your noise or your sound, the sound of you. I don't know. It's just really cool to hear this song back to back, and you're descending into this black hole or whatever the fuck it is. And now we have the song Moment with God, and I don't know if there's going to be like a moment of resolution.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. I didn't see that was the name of the next song.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
I can only imagine what the fuck my brain is going to do with this.
Yeah, Moment with God. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Here we go. Is this track what, 7? Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
anyways, love the song.
Love it. Yeah, love it.
It's an interluding song, but still love it.
All right, here we go. Track number 7, Moment with God. All right, that was track number 7, Moment with God. Damn, that was a good ass fucking track, man.
Yeah, that was dude, I've heard this song. That time that I saw them at the Wayfair. It's evolved so much more from what it was back then, but it's nice to see this song on the album, and it's very cool. That opening guitar riff, the ding 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 ding. I don't know why, but it reminded me of this game on Dreamcast called Space Channel 5, and it had this girl named Ooh La La, and there's this song on the soundtrack, but it's also like played throughout the game. It's called Mexican Flyer, and it's got like kind of the same type of guitar riff, but this is like this is a more fucked up version. But there was another song that I heard like a guitar riff. This is like the first time I've heard Pixel Grip use other instruments beside like synthesizers. I mean, sure, they have the drums and shit, but this is like the first time I've heard them use guitars. And this was like a really interesting track because it's talking about, I think, like the hopelessness of life and letting God enter your life or become part of it. And also like the trivia. Is it triviality? Is that even a word? The trivialness?
Yeah, trivialness, trivial nature.
The trivial nature of existence, about like, oh man, there was somebody in my life that died and I opted to go to work and get my bag, and it's like, fuck, my life still sucks. Like, it's not any better. But this is what I deserve. And I don't know. So I'm guessing God is used more as a coping mechanism than like an actual devotional type of thing. Like you want them in your life. You're like, no, it seems more of a coping mechanism than like that you're a devout follower or whatever. If you catch my drift, like, but what do you have to say about it? I enjoyed the track.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. That was an excellent track. All right. Okay. So we're at the point in the movie now where we finally meet the main antagonist. Okay. The villain, maybe. The Colonel Kurtz character, where it's this dude that's he's got this cult or whatever going, right? And so it's like this cult of all of the societies that like the church, and I guess this is like maybe kind of alternative history. I don't know. This is surrealism, I guess. I don't know what this is. So none of it obviously makes sense, but it's kind of. So
no, you don't have to explain it. Just fucking say what it is, because.
So then this dude's gathered like all these warrior societies that have been like either trampled on or cast aside by the church throughout history. So like the Vikings, the Mongols, the Spartans, the fucking Rome, everybody, right? And they're all there. It's like the best guys from those like things, and they're all there like worshiping this dude. And he's giving this fucking speech, and he's like, "Listen, where the church has failed you in retaking what the lands, the holy lands or whatever, and they failed. I will not fail you, and you follow me, and I will give you your moment with God." And like implying like he is God, right? Because like, and they're all just like, oh yeah. And then this song hits on, and it's just this like fuck party smash fest of a fucking time,
like some Caligula shit.
Yeah, like they're fucking each other. Other ones, everybody, like it's just like
everybody's fucking.
Everybody's fucking, and then they're like killing people for some reason, and man, it is just a hedonistic fucking catastrophe. Mm-hmm. And that's what this song that's where the song fucking took me. I don't know why, but man, so good, so fucking excellent. Listening to this album is like doing drugs. Mm-hmm. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just what it's like. It's like doing drugs. Which drug? Dealer's choice. It doesn't really matter.
Dealer's choice. All the above.
All of them, yeah.
All the above.
Anyways, all right. What's the next track we got?
So next track we got is Split.
Oh, okay.
So we've listened to this one already, but we got to do our due diligence and fall through. And, you talking about on one of the previous tracks. Do you know which one it was that you were talking about inner turmoil?
Yeah, that was Reason to Stay.
Reason to Stay? Yeah, that I feel like that registers for Split too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's fucking see.
Like, it feels like a continuity. I mean, everything in the album is kind of it all plays well off of each other, but I feel like for sure Reason to Stay and Split kind of have a thread between them. But anyways, we're gonna listen to Split.
Here we go. Split. Track number was 8. Yeah, here we go. Track 8. Split. All right, that was track number 8. Split, which we've heard before and enjoyed, obviously.
Yeah.
But what else? Did you have anything else to?
Man, this is I love this track. This is my favorite Pixel Grip track with 4 remaining tracks potentially to take that throne, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I think this is the best Pixel Grip song that's ever been made by them, and I think the reason I enjoy it so much is because there's like a tale. It feels like the entirety of their career encapsulated in one fucking song. Like, that nobody believed in the project and that they don't know if they were going to make it, and their fucking minds are going to explode or split because, well, we're doing this shit and people are saying we can't do it, but, we sure as hell are going to try and find out. And then the lack of faith from people not believing in them also is the split described in the song.
Yeah.
And then talking about like the repercussions or side effects of that doubt and that criticism that you have like an eating disorder, that you've lost weight and the only thing you're chewing on is your own goddamn tongue.
Yeah.
It just encapsulates like everything that Pixel Grip is like narrative wise and continuity wise from the start of the project to where it is now. And sonically, it's like, holy fuck, man, this band has continued to eclipse its own sound and evolve. And I fucking love this track. It's my favorite track that they've put out. I'm just curious to know if there's another song out there that can top this one, because I don't think my opinion is going to change about that. But so there is a note within the lyrics that spells out that this song is written by all 3 of them, which gives me the impression that the rest of the album is just written solely by Rita in terms of the lyrics. And then, between all 3 of them, Rita, Tyler, and Jonathan, they take care of like the instrumental portion altogether. But Rita seems to be like the bulk of the lyricism. But what do you got?
Yeah. So, all right. So at this point in the journey, my team and I have fully infiltrated this cult. All right. We are now undercover. We are in the cult. All right. And so now I'm getting to this like crossroads where, man, we've been here for a little bit and like we've been having a good time. Like, this guy's been showing us nothing but like fucking, loyalty, and like he's been cool with us. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, I mean, obviously I'm in love with this trans lady. Like, so I mean, I could start a whole new life. Like, I'm thinking like, what has Gay Pope done for me lately? Nothing. He only shows me good times when when he needs something from me.
Yeah.
Like, Gay Pope's kind of a user, And I'm starting to get this like thought in my head, and so then I get the classic devil and angel, but it's one of them's this guy and the other one's Gay Pope, and they pop up on my shoulders, just poof on my shoulders, and then the guy looks at me and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, like it's all cool here, like we're all good, man. Hey, whatever you decide, man, it's cool." And then Gay Pope's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch, Josh, you better fucking pick me, oh!" And then I'll banish you to hell or whatever. And I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about you anymore there, Gay Pope. And he just, "Oh, you piece of shit, I'm gonna fuck you sideways, god damn it." And like, he just goes crazy. All right. And then I'm like, all right, I don't know. So now we're getting to that point now where I'm gonna have to make a decision about which side to stick with. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards I'm leaning towards fucking the Middle Eastern trans lady. I don't know. It seems like a fucking good time to go from being living in fucking, I don't know, England or wherever in the 1200s in just shit poverty, and only getting called upon when I'm needed to go kill somebody or do something. Now I could go live a peaceful life here in this wonderful Middle Eastern paradise that is whatever, the Holy Lands, I guess. So I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I'm curious to see where this movie goes because I have no idea. I don't even know where this is going to end. I don't know what I'm going to decide. I don't know what's going to happen. So, all right, let's keep going. What?
One other thing I have to add.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned about this song encapsulating Pixel Grip in their entirety, whether it's like the start of the band to where it is now, how much they've grown, man, I tell you what, man, this third album, or just even all their music in general, man, they started in 2019. I fucking started in 2019. I feel like I've fucking grown with them, dude.
Day one.
I feel like I've fucking grown with them.
Yeah.
Talking about like all the fucking haters and shit. I mean, sure, like we started this thing in 2023, right? But I started my music journey in 2019, and yeah, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there, and I feel like I'm on a parallel path.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, they're fucking way far. They're playing larger venues and shit, and we're still trying to figure shit out. But we're on our come up too, and I feel like our journey is like on a tandem, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Listen, technically, we started doing shit back in like the 2010s. All right, like maybe even like around the early 2010s, we started doing shit, and which is sad because.
I wouldn't even call that.
Doing this for a long.
That's not true because we didn't even have like an official like start because we never even actually posted the shit on any any official podcast platform.
Because we were idiots.
Yeah, we were stupid. But for me, like, yeah, dude, 2019, same start.
Damn.
Same start, man, and hopefully I'll end up in the same position as they are.
I sure hope so because I want to ride them fucking coattails to richery.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying, like, I hope their diligence and their hard work means that our hard work and diligence will eventually lead to us.
I was saying, I hope you go as high as them so I can ride your coattails. I wasn't saying to ride theirs. I was like, I'm trying to ride your coattails. Yeah, I hope, Adam, I hope you succeed in all of this so I can just ride them coattails up to the success, baby. So,
any other words?
No, that was it for this song. All right, so that was
Last Laugh.
All right, number 9, Last Laugh. Here we go. All right, that was Last Laugh, track number 9. Man, this movie is so good. Like, this movie is so fucking good because of this fucking shit, man. I can't even believe what's happening just now. Fucking plot twist. This plot fucking twist. So it turns out, okay, that this whole thing was a setup. The Middle Eastern trans lady and this other guy who's like the what do you call it, cult leader, all both agents of the gay pope. And it turned out I was the threat all along, that the gay pope was trying to get me got. And so he shows up, he's got her in chains like Princess Leia style, all right? And you know, he's like, oh yes, she actually did fall in love with you and was going to betray me, so to the dungeons with her, like, for torture. And then he has the other guy fucking like just basically stab me in the chest. And so, okay, I didn't explain this at the beginning, so I'm gonna say it now so it makes sense. But this movie starts off with the end of the 12th and final crusade, where they like get expelled from the Holy Land, right? Okay, and so I'm like one of the last guys there, and like I end up like they think I'm dead. Like I end up like getting stabbed or something, and so then they throw me off this cliff, and then I end up like falling in the ocean and wake up, and then basically like I somehow get my ass on a boat and I get back to England or whatever, right? That's like how this movie starts. And then I'm like trying to live my life, and then gay Pope figures out I'm alive, and he's like, oh, I need you to do this, like, you know, or whatever, right? Okay, so now they stab me and they fucking do the same shit. They throw me off this cliff, and then like I'm like laying there, like eyes closed, dead in the water, right? And then it fades to black. Like, oh shit, this is the end of the movie. This is how it ends. This is fucking terrible. He's dead. And then that part where she like starts singing about like, oh, I bet you're sorry, bitch, or whatever. That whole like that section, it's black for a few seconds, and then it hard kicks on, and like it's like like you breathe, and then like you wake up, and you're like, oh shit, and then like I'm like, oh, I'm alive. And then I'm like, I see their boat fucking like it's the gay Pope cruise boat or whatever, and he's like fucking fireworks shooting off of it and like all this shit. And I'm like, they're going back to England. I gotta go. so I can save. I don't know why, but I've given this Middle Eastern trans woman the name of Melina for some reason. So like that's now her name. Okay, so I gotta go save Melina from the gay pope. And so now I'm like, oh fuck, I'm basically back to square one where I started the fucking movie at, except this time I actually have something to live for. God, what a fucking great God, Pixel Grip is so good, man. It's so good. And listen, I'm being selfish. I'm taking away from the fucking fact that that song's fucking amazing. This might be my favorite song. I feel like this might be the best song on the whole fucking album right now.
This is a dope song. Okay.
To me.
You know, this track, I don't have that much to say about it. It obviously is like a, how do I say it? Like a revenge song. Like, oh, you got yours, or like, you know, that you've eclipsed your friend, your ex friends, your whatever, like, you know, whatever the fuck it might be, and how everybody laughs at you for being ambitious or doing anything that's remotely challenging. And yes, there are risks involved, but no risk, no reward. But the thing that I took away from this track, oddly enough, is, again, man, Pixel Grip continuing to push boundaries. There was a portion of the song where it had like a dub reggae drum beat, and it was like a metallic drum sound. It wasn't a steel drum or anything like that, but it was just like extra reverby. And I was like, oh fuck, I've never heard that in a Pixel Grip song. But it's also like showcasing the variety of songs that they can create within their electronic soundscape. That, like I said, it's them showing their full potential. And I don't really have much to add about this song other than I enjoyed it. But that part, the two lines about "Come here, kitty, it's time to declaw you," and it says, "Because if you treat me like a dog, I'll maul you." Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet line.
Yeah.
Man. God,
I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking so good. All right, let's get to what is this? Track number 10 now.
Yeah.
All right, track number 10. Work or shut up. Here we go. All right, that was track number 10. Work or shut up. All right, give me what you got.
Okay, this song, they list Peaches as one of the artists that gave them, you know, validation or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this is like the most Peaches pilled song / like perhaps even like Britney-esque from that same album I was talking about. Somewhere in between that. Yeah, I like this track because it reminds me of our whole fucking fiasco with the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre album. Of all the people that commented that were fucking idiots and shit, and we may very well be idiots, but we at least do the fucking work.
That's true.
And amongst all those people, none of them have podcasts or even
that's true.
do any of that shit. And it's like, man, where the fuck is your shit? You come on our shit and say how we're stupid, and you know we put all this time into making a music podcast and making episodes and shit, and not one person takes the time to review their favorite artists, make episodes about them, and tries to promote them or get them ahead or do whatever. Work or shut up, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so at this point in the film,
wait, one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, there's a song. Now that I think you mentioned Fight Club at one point.
Yeah.
There's a scene, I think, when they're both running away, like they're basically causing fucking mayhem, and I think it's part of Project Mayhem. They're like causing chaos amongst the streets, and it's like Tyler Durden and the narrator, who's Edward Norton or whatever. Yeah, there's a song within the soundtrack of the Fight Club movie that reminds me of this as well. So it's like the Fight Club soundtrack, Peaches, and Britney Spears.
Nice. Okay, so I have awoken from I've made it to the beachhead or the land or whatever, and now I'm walking down the beach. Like, I mean, yes, I was stabbed in the chest, so now I'm still actively dying. All right, but I'm looking for a boat. I'm trying to get back, and I just fucking collapse, pass out. I wake up in various states of like waking up, and these dudes are like dragging me, and I'm like, oh, great, they're gonna fucking eat me, or there's probably cannibals or some shit. And so I wake up and I'm in this fucking like mud hut. All right, it's nighttime. There's a fire going. And I look over and I immediately think it's Yoda. Like I think Yoda is sitting there, but it's not. It's just some old.
It's the salt water.
It's this 100. It's a literal 150-year-old Middle Eastern shaman. All right, and he's sitting there and he's got the little fucking outfit on and he's like stoking the fire and he's like, oh, I see you're awake. Oh. And he's like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you speak English? And he's like, no, I don't. And he's just sitting there, just fucking doing it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah. He's like, so I heard you got some problems with the gay pope. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna help you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so he like helps me like rehab my chest wound or whatever. He's healing me with this shaman magic. And then he fucking like goes and he teaches me this like weird Middle Eastern martial art like and fighting style that like no one's ever seen before. So now I have like an advantage over these guys because I'm gonna do some moves. I'm gonna be able to pull some moves that they've never fucking seen and known. And he's just like, oh yeah. He's like, by the way, he's like, Melina, that's my great. I don't know how many greats for a 150-year-old guy that would be, but several greats. Like, she's related to him. All right. And so he's like, that's the only reason I'm helping you, because otherwise I would just kill you. Fuck you. All right. Because you're a fucking piece of shit. Like, he just keeps going. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? This went from like a nice, happy moment to like, now you're telling me I'm a piece of shit. And he's like, no. But you're all right, though. All right. You're all right. And he's like, you did the work. He's like, you did the work. You get a pass. I was hoping you might die during this training, but it didn't end up working out. So sorry. I guess you get to go and fucking save her now.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Take this with you.
take this Middle Eastern martial arts and sword with you. And so now I'm like dressed up in the fucking whole garb. Like I have now become like that dude from Dune or whatever. I've now become one of them, one of the tribe or whatever.
Oh man, and you have that. What is the worm called? That meme, you know that meme?
Yeah. I've become one with the worm.
Yeah.
And and so then at the end I'm like, hey, but seriously, like, you don't speak English? And he's like, no, I don't speak English. I'm like, so how the fuck do I understand you? And he's like, oh, I did a little hand wavy thing, and like now we speak the same, we understand each other. And I'm like, damn. And then he's like, but it only lasts for another about 30 seconds. And I go, shit, that's crazy. And then he just starts saying shit to me like to go, but it's in Arabic or whatever, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying now. And like he tries to do it again with the hand waving thing, it doesn't work, and he just motions. He's like, just get the fuck out of here. Like, he just motions.
There's a cooldown.
Yeah.
When you were talking about how you got trapped on an island, I'm like, that kind of reminded me of Napoleon, how he got trapped on.
Oh yeah.
But
true.
Anyways,
all right. So let's get to track number 11. Oh wait, that's the wrong document.
You have anything to say about the track?
Oh yeah, the track was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. I felt like it was a little short. I don't know why. I mean, we don't have a timer on. Oh, I can't see it because you have it on your thing, but it felt just a little short. But I mean, whatever. That's not too short's not a bad thing. Obviously, too long is the bad thing. That's the bad touch. Too long. No likey. Don't like it. Too long songs. Get out of here.
Oddly enough,
they haven't had any songs I felt that were overstayed their welcome.
Yeah, oddly enough, 6 minutes of Bet You Do did not. It didn't drag at all,
man. That song was 6 minutes?
Yeah, that song was 6 minutes.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus. All right. Again, furthering how good this is.
Right.
This may be like this dude. Pixel Grip may literally be a like once in a fucking generation, maybe even once in a lifetime.
They're gonna be in movies. I'm telling you, man. Anyways,
all right. Anyways, here we go. What is it?
Jealousy is lethal.
Jealousy. That's track 11, right? Here we go. All right, that was track 11. Jealousy is lethal. How'd you feel about that one?
I love that track.
That was a good track, man. It's now it's like kind of winding down, man. Again, storytelling.
Yeah. I have an interesting interpretation of this.
Okay.
So this could be interpreted in many ways, right? But knowing that Pixel Grip is very much part of the LGBTQ community, right? I know this song is speaking in broad terms, but the perspective I can think of is a young kid that has come to terms that they're gay or they're queer or they might be trans or whatever, or whatever it might be.
Hey, your microphone's up here.
Oh shit, my bad. So as I was saying before, that I really enjoyed this track. It kind of reminded me of this band that was back in the the early 2000s, like 2007, 2008. They were called Shiny Toy Guns, and there was a track called La Disco that was like their biggest hit, or one of their biggest hits, and this one's like a slowed down, calmer version of that. Not to say they're like one-to-one or anything like that, or that Pixel Grip copied them, but yeah, it just reminds you of like Shiny Toy Guns. And yeah, there was this girl named Charlotte Faye Charneau. She was the female vocalist in the group, and I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of that. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying about the interpretation of the lyrics, I kind of have like an interesting perspective where there's like this part, well, I mean, in multiple verses, it's talking about how people are forcing forcing a game on you, right? And to me, like, I can interpret that as a young child, like, you know, if they're gay, they're like, stop being gay, like, you don't even know what that is. And, you know, every other excuse that a person can think of for their kid not to be outwardly like gay, right? Or identifying as that. And they're going through life and everybody's telling them like, you can't fucking be that, like, don't do that. And the part about the song where it says, what does it say? You can burn the witch, but you can't burn the truth. It makes me think of like the Scarlet Letter too. Like, this kid is being judged so hard for his identity, and it's like, oh, everybody else is a bastard too, though. Like, everybody else is fucked up, putting their judgment on this person. Like, am I the bad person, or is everybody else fucked in the head for being an asshole? And I don't know. I just kind of take that interpretation of somebody that's like, that feels like an outcast in society. You can even go even broader than that and say that you're an outcast in society, and everybody's telling you to adapt to a certain lifestyle, whatever that might be. And then they're telling you not to do those things. And you're like, man, I've lived my truth. Everybody else can fuck off. And that's kind of like how I took this song. But what do you have to say about it?
All right, so this is the final battle. All right, I've made it back. I'm dressed in the Middle Eastern garb, and I'm pretending to be an envoy with a message for the gay pope. Okay, and like, that's how I get an audience with him or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there, and I walk in, and he is just in this fucking opulent outfit, just this, like, it's like he looks like a fucking peacock. He's just green and just fucking feathery and just shit all over the place. And he's got fucking Melina there chained up next to his fucking golden throne or whatever, and she's there just looking so fine, And I'm like, God, see, this is what I'm here for. I'm here for this chick, all right? And so then fucking he literally stands up and he goes, like, he doesn't even know who it is, and he just goes, oh, Josh, I've been expecting you. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess my cover's blown. And so then I just take the mask thing off, and I'm like, I dropped this like cool fucking line. I don't really have it quite there yet, but it's like,
it's just a tribute to the best quote ever in a movie.
Yeah. Man, you really should have been there. And I say something to the effect, because he's wearing green, and because he's this song is about like the jealousy, right? And that's the whole reason why he wanted to kill me in the first place, because he was envious. He thought I was going to be his downfall. So I'm like, I say some shit about like, oh, green's not a good color for you there, gay pope, or some shit like that. And then he's like, oh, that's it. It's on you, son of a bitch. And he pulls out this fucking giant staff with that like ball on it. And it's just, there's magic just flowing through it. You can just see it's just got magic shit. And I'm like, and then he starts floating. And I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna suck. I should have got the magic powers from the other guy. What was wrong with me? Why didn't I think of this? So now I gotta fight this dude. He's just throwing magic at me, and I'm fucking trying to dodge it. And fucking, we just have this epic fucking battle. And the battle doesn't end yet. The end is still to come. So we should listen to the final song. And maybe
the last track?
Yeah, this is track number 12, I think.
Man, I gotta say, Jealousy is Lethal is It's up there for me,
dude. That one might be my top song now. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty fucking high up there. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it doesn't top Split, but it's very fucking close.
It's very, very fucking up there, man.
Yeah. Anyways, to reiterate my point about the song, it's about living your truth for me. Like, everybody sees that you're living your fucking life whatever way you want, and they're saying, "Man, fuck you, you son of a bitch." But anyways,
all right, here we go. Last track is called.
Wait, what?
Gonna be faster. Yeah, right?
Faster, better, stronger.
We can rebuild him. Here we go. Gonna be faster. Track number 12. All right, that was track 12. The final track. Gonna be faster. Man, I could not have asked for a better end fucking credit song than that right there. The movie. Well, the ending is I kill the Pope. All right, the Pope's dead. I fucking slayed his ass. I grab Melina and we fucking ride off into the sunset where we're just gonna fuck forever until the next movie, until the sequel. All right, like that's basically what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to a village, we're gonna get a farm, and we're just gonna fucking raw dog until the sequel. Which I don't know what I have no idea about the sequel, but trust me, there's gonna be a sequel. Yeah, this is like the end credit song. Like this is just fucking. What a perfect way to end an album. What a perfect way to end a movie. What? Couldn't have asked for fucking much better. Couldn't have asked for anything better, as a matter of fact. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks like there were romantic implications for the other person that was described in the music.
Yeah.
Because it talked about being in a relationship and then it feeling like a prison, but after having left it, it was lighter than air. So I'm guessing after hearing this and looking back on the album retrospectively, that it was a weird dynamic relationship that started to weigh down possibly like all the members, like maybe they each individually had their own relationships going on, and it was just becoming too much. And I mean, like it happens in real life, man. Like, you know, for anybody that's been in a relationship, if the other person's like toxic or is weighing you down, like maybe cutting them fucking loose is the better thing to do, and working on yourself and figuring out your own identity, what makes you happy, what gets you going, what makes you better, what makes you faster, what makes you stronger.
Apparently Middle Eastern trans women make me all of those things.
And then also like maybe possibly like wishing them well and saying like, hey, we had a nice time and nothing personal, but I need to find out what works for me, right? Like, I wasn't expecting the album actually to end on a happy note, even though it is a little on the bittersweet side. But yeah, that was a great way to end the album. I didn't mind at all that it was drawn out like towards the end with the just kind of like the instrumental portion, because this is the end of the album and it can go. I don't want to say it can go on as long as it has to, but it didn't exceed its stay or whatever. It didn't.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't even, dude, we've recorded this episode for almost an hour and a half. This is almost a 90-minute episode. This is like the longest episode we've done in a fucking long ass time.
A long ass time, yeah.
And we've been listening to this. We've been doing this for what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
And it does not feel like 2 hours have passed.
No, I've been consistently excited through each of the songs. I thought each one was building on top of the other, and yeah, I don't know what else to add about this track. I enjoyed it all the way through. I enjoyed the entire fucking album, dude. Yeah.
All right, I did too. And real quick, so before we give the score, which I mean, fuck, you already know what it is. But
I'm just hold on. I'm gonna make this a timestamp, but after that, you can. Well, you fucking
before I give the score, before we do the scores, I just want to say I know I said at the beginning that I was gonna fucking do a thing at the end with the whole movie, but I ended up changing fucking 2 songs in and just did it song by song. And since we don't like edit this at all, and we just do this in one take, I ain't going back and changing it. So what I will do now is I'll just give the name of the movie and the first like 2 tracks like real quick, which basically was the name of the movie, that the working title, Apocalypse, Then. All right. And it's like I said, set in the Crusades, like the end of the 12th Crusade. This dude, the movie, that opening track is the movie opening of the ending of the Crusade, where like I have basically been, I think I'm dead, and like I just get thrown over a cliff with a bunch of other bodies, and then it turns out I'm alive, and then like I make my way back, and then track number 2 is me like kind of trying to be a farmer and like trying to like do shit, and then I go to this party, and then that's where like fucking I end up getting called by the Pope, and as I said for track number 3, and then it picks up from there, and then I explain obviously the rest of the movie as you've probably heard for each track. I'm like not fucking around. Like I am gonna write this fucking movie. I'm gonna write this script or whatever you want to call it, and maybe I don't know. Maybe it should be a book first. I don't know. I haven't decided the medium yet, but it's getting written. Yes, there are some things to be filled in. I am aware. All right. I just basically wrote an entire fucking outline of a story in the course of fucking 90 minutes while listening to and inspired by Pixel Grip's new album.
Percepticide?
Well, I was getting there. I was going to say Percepticide. I was trying to figure out remember the tagline, the death of reality, right? That was the thing. Percepticide, which I think they have killed whatever reality exists for me now, and now I live in this universe now, this other universe. This has become me. So I don't know. We haven't listened to anything that's done that, man. We've listened to shit where like, okay, off of a song or two, I'm coming up with some shit. This is the first fucking album we've listened to where I literally wrote an entire fucking narrative with the fucking music. That's fucking crazy. That's something special. And that's, I think, exactly what you need to do to describe Pixel Grip, is this is some special shit right here. They've got the special sauce. And I'll be honest, I'll be frank with you. They're the only ones who've got the special sauce. No one else has this shit. They don't have it. I'm sorry. No one else has got it. Pixel Grip is it.
It's like Michael's secret stuff in Space Jam.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
It's Pixel Grip's secret stuff with like the squirt bottle.
Yeah, and they just spray it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, anyways, without further ado, I guess let's get to the score. So what are you giving this for a number?
So there is one thing I wanted to point out that we
nitpick.
No.
Oh, you wanted to point something out?
No, yeah, there was just something real quickly I forgot to point out in the beginning of like the lore drop and the bio about the album. This is Pixel Grip, a self-released album. They're no longer part of Field Trip Records, and this is something that we've spelled out in previous episodes. And fucking impressive, dude.
Impressive.
It's like shit, man. You could even read into Pixel Grip's lyrics and leaving behind a heavy baggage relationship and say that Field Trip is the other person in that, and that they finally cut off the chains and now they're
free.
Now they're fucking free, man. Dude, Pixel Grip is laying down the smacketh down as far as being an independent artist and how to do things. Like, people should be following the template. But also, this album is like the zeitgeist of what's fucking going on within the United States and even in the world, dude, that people's perception of reality is so fucking distorted that we have no idea what is the truth and what isn't, right? Like, we can't even agree that the sky is fucking blue at this point, or that the earth is round and it's 3D. Don't you fucking tell me that it's a flat earth shit.
That's definitely something that people can't agree on.
Yeah, they can't agree on that shit. But
I mean, the ice wall, that seems plausible, but I don't know about it being flat. I don't think it's a disc, all right? Don't get me going on conspiracies.
No,
right now.
I don't want to do that right now. But all I'm saying is that, man, you talk about Bob Dylan and the times are changing in the 1960s, man. Pixel Grip dropped the fucking album of like a decade, a generation, dude. I'm not embellishing at all. I think this is one of the best albums I've ever heard. And again, self-released, independent artists. They're laying down how to do shit as an independent artist. And my personal score is an 11 out of 10, dude. An 11 out of 10. I can't believe I'm saying this again. But here's the thing, though. We gave Nice an 11 out of 10 because they deserved it. And also, Pixel Grip has earned that. Like, to talk about two artists that I adore dearly, and for them to put out albums in the same fucking year and both of them to be as quality as they are, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe that they both just hit it out of the park. Nice and Pixel Grip. And they're going to be, I don't know if they're going to be the only people in the 11 out of 10 club, but this album was a straight grand slam, dude. It was a fucking ride.
Like as you said, this is the best album I've ever listened to. I truly believe that. And yeah, man, 11 out of 10. I can't say enough good things. I won't do them the disservice of rambling more about how great they are. But it's not even close that this is the best album I think I might have ever listened to. Like there's nothing, I don't even know. Yeah, sure, Nice is good and all. And no offense to Nice, but this is fucking better.
Oh, you think it's better?
This is fucking
Oh man,
better.
I think they're like neck and neck, dude.
Pixel Grip is better. Nice is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Pixel Grip is better. Pixel Grip is better, man. They're the number one in the game. They are the world's heavyweight champion of all music. Country Beyonce ain't got shit on Pixel Grip, okay?
Man, you know what's crazy is I wasn't sure they were capable of fucking doing it. Like, we got the album, I'm like, oh my god, dude, I don't think I can live. I don't think I can live with a 7 or 8 out of 10 because it's been far too long from their well, it's only been 3 years, but wait, no, it has been 5 years because Arena, wait, when did Arena come out? 2021? Fuck, man, I don't remember when Arena came out. Well, since the release of Arena, it's been quite some time since we got a Pixel Grip album, but I didn't know if the time that had passed.
Yeah, it came out in 2021.
It came out in 2021?
Yeah.
I didn't know if this album could live up to its full potential, and god damn it, it fucking did, dude.
Not only did it live up to it, it blew it away.
Yeah, it did. It fucking did, man. I don't know what else to add. I'm just gonna end up rambling.
Yeah, so let's just end it. Let's just end it. All right.
So, anyways,
go check it out. It's June 12th.
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to be everywhere, as it should be. Pixel Grip's newest album, Percepticide, The Death of Reality.
Yeah.
Download it, buy it, pay for this.
Oh, yeah.
This is well worth the money.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they want to charge $1 billion. This, I would rob banks if that's how much this shit costs. It is worth every fucking penny.
Yeah, this dude, they deserve to be at every festival, and they deserve to be a headlining artist.
And just to get in one last jab at public radio, you won't be hearing this on public radio.
No, you won't.
And that's why they're fucked. That's why they're terrible.
Yeah.
Because they won't play this shit. Because this is the best shit ever.
Also, just to make a quick note for those that live in California, tour dates. October 29th, San Diego at the Courtyard.
Yeah, we're going.
October 31st, Los Angeles, El Rey Theater. November 1st, San Francisco at Substance Fest. So those are the 3 dates in California that you can potentially see them. But you can also see them in Vegas if you want at Swan Dive. But that is on the 28th.
Yeah.
But
and we gotta go. We gotta go to at least like the ones down here. I don't know. San Francisco might be a tall
No. Fuck that. I'm not going to there. Too far. Don't like San Francisco. I don't even like San Diego.
Neither do I. Let's just go to the LA.
Yeah, the LA one.
That's
the one that matters.
Let's agree on that. All right. We're going to the LA one.
Yeah, that's the one that matters.
We'll be there.
That's the one that matters.
We're getting tickets. Wait, are they on sale yet?
Yeah, I think they're on sale.
Fuck, you better get us tickets. Hurry up.
That's.
What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, Adam?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, we ain't got nothing else to say.
That's it.
Also, shout out to Humbert.
Yes.
Humbert Luna. New Altitude. Dude. Thanks again for sending the album, dude. It means the world that you followed through on giving us the album, because man, I'll tell you this, man, the business of music full of fucking people I do not like and do not follow through on their promises, and for you to do that with this album and to be as kind as you have been, and hopefully we did our part in helping Pixel Grip. For as great as this album is, man, like, we hope we did our part to elevate this project because it is a masterpiece.
Yeah, they don't need us though.
They don't need us.
That shit stands alone. They don't need us.
They don't.
Anyway, all right, yeah. Big ups to Humbert.
Yeah.
Good dude. Also, even bigger ups to Pixel Grip for making the fucking best album we've ever heard.
Yeah.
I guess this is the end of the episode. And I'll be honest, if you're out there, and we can all agree and disagree and blah, 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 but if you don't like Pixel Grip, you're just an idiot. Go fuck yourself.